think he's got a great future ahead of him.
Is there any weather that would make you wear something other than t-shirt and shorts here?
No. This is beautiful. I mean, it's blue skies out here. You know, we're right here on the lake setting, and I couldn't be happier in this environment.
Do you own a sweatshirt?
We get plenty of sweatshirts through our Nike contract.
But you don't wear
Get all we can handle.
What are your initial, maybe they asked this already, but just kind of your initial impressions 3 days in of kind of your position?
The thing that really stands out is these guys, their thirst for knowledge and getting better, how their attention and meetings and practice. You know, the thing that stood out the first day I come out here, the whole group's out early, doing extra work on their own, working, starting the stuff we're talking about, putting it in motion. So that really, I love the overall culture so far of these guys, of how hungry they've shown to, trying to get better on a daily basis.
Are there some specific fundamental things you're really working on with them this spring?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what it's all about. Is every day we're going to be working specific fundamentals.
Anything in particular you
can? Well, it's just it's a new defense for the guys, and a lot of new coaching and teaching. So addressing it every day and seeing it out here on the field, and then again in the meeting rooms and everything. It's a totally new foundation for them. So trying to up front really encourage these guys to strike and be able to lock out, and really working for knockback up front as opposed to racing for the gap. So trying to get that foundation of these guys to strike and come out of their hands and hips.
After week one, after seeing these guys, is there any specific goals that you want to hit on next week or week two?
Well, we're going to do it on a daily process. So we're not going to, I'm not even thinking about Tuesday, Wednesday of any manner. We're going to go watch this whole film as a staff here and find out the ways that we can address and get ready for Monday. So, just my mindset, I'm not really thinking about the week. I'm thinking about the run-through period on Monday of how we can address that and get better.
How's this transition been for you personally? I mean, you kind of spent your whole career basically at one place, and now you're at another.
Yeah. So far, it's been awesome. I couldn't be happier. Just the culture here, and what a big deal football is in this state, in this area, in the city of Seattle. And I feel at home here. And it all starts, just the culture that's created from the top, and our athletic director, our head coach, and it's an incredible environment to be a part of, where football is tremendously important here, and of course, balancing that with a great degree in education here. So being part of it is it's a blessing for me.
I knew some guys who jumped out here real pleased with the last couple of days. Some guys that just kind of jumped out at you.
Yeah, I think Josh Shirley has really shown to be really proven to be a coachable player so far. So that's really stood out, where you can address something and by the next day he's got it down. Stuff where I wouldn't even expect him to, and it shows me he's the type of guy that's in your office every day. He's the type of guy in his playbook, and that's been impressive. As well as Talia, same thing. I think they've really shown to be coachable and hungry to get better. That stood out so far with me.
How important is that big guy in the middle, having that guy?
It's extremely important. Yeah. I think every one of them are very important. So, everybody on the same daily mindset of getting better every meeting, every day, every time we take this field.
And maybe a young guy who hasn't played that much, but he has that high ceiling that is really coming out.
It's a clean slate for the whole group. So whether you played or you haven't, we're operating out of a new defense, a lot of new coaching points, a lot of new techniques. So it's kind of for the taking for anybody there. That's what we're in the process right here, is really evaluating the guys we have and find out who's going to be most competitive, who's most mentally tough, and who we can trust to be out there for us and represent us.
And how different is Monday going to be with Pads?
Up front, Shells is a very, very close to Pads. It's dang near live up front every rep anyways. So obviously the element of cutting will be in there, but we love that. And if we're using our hands the right way, you know, we don't even think about it.
How often did you have stand-up ends at Cal?
A lot, yeah. We operated with guys in 2 points and 3 points, and working in all different sorts of shades. So feel real comfortable coaching that technique, and you know, we love to operate with you know, in many different, a whole variety of techniques and shades.
What have you found in this conference that's good to do, stand-up end?
Well, all sorts of things. You know, with these days, with a lot of zone read teams out there, you know, it allows guys to have great vision, and if they can operate from a low pad level stance, then you know, it could be a defensive advantage at times.
That's the trick, staying low out of that.
Got to stay low.
High, right?
Yeah. You got to really practice that and train that, and you know, you can't play football from a high pad level position.
Thank you.
All right.
One last question.
Yep.
You and Justin were working with Austin on some kind of rip drills. Is that
Right.
Is there a plan at all, or is that just working on technique or something, or is that just?
Well, yeah, Austin's, you know, anybody that wants to work some pass rush or get better after practice, it could be, you know, anybody on our squad. So I'm hoping Keith Price comes down as well, and we can work a little pass rush and see what he has to offer.
All right.